Peace and goodwill, dear brothers and sisters. Today we are going to reflect over the symbol of clay. Clay is a symbol which is used in the Bible number of times, and it is the mineral material which is available on earth, which is also the part of the soil fertility. Clay is also made mention in the Bible so many times in order to signify that which is positive, such as God as a potter and we are as the clay, and God is molding us, shaping us, and also building us, revisioning us, and also giving us the direction in which we must each one of us live. And at the same time, clay is also mentioned negatively, such as going down into the pit, becoming one with the mud, go down into the grave, and so on. So the word clay is used both positively as well as negatively or not so positively. The word clay in Hebrew, it has the origin, the word is komer, which means dust, mortar, clay or mud, from where the original man, the first man, was created by God. The first man, Adam, means Adama, means he is coming from the earth, the man who comes from the earth. This also gives us the vision to consider that clay was also used in the earlier pottery sciences. It was also used, and it is used, in preparation of bricks, tiles, porcelain, and good many other materials. In the New Testament too, the reference to clay we find in the life of Jesus himself. In John chapter 9 verse 6, we see Jesus spitting on the ground, mixing it with the mud, and thereafter applying that mass over the eye of the blind person and making him to see. We also have various and ample references in the Old Testament for the clay. Prophet Jeremiah, Prophet Ezekiel, Prophet Hosea, Prophet Isaiah are the few important references we find for the material clay. Isaiah chapter 64 verse 8 gives us the beautiful imagery to reflect the potter and the clay. God is the potter and we are the clay, and prophet is asking to mold us according to his vision so that we have his grace to fulfill in our life and his grace to experience in our life too. There are different kinds of clay. The first one is the earthenware. The earthenware is most commonly used clay in the science of the pottery, and it is easier to mold. The second kind of clay is the stoneware, wherein in order to attain the hardness or the perfection of the product, we need 2226 degree to 2336 degree Fahrenheit of heat. Third one, we have the ball clay. This clay we cannot use independently, but it can be used with the mass of kaolin or porcelain clay. The fourth one is the fire clay. The fire clay in the ancient world was used to seal the doors and to seal the tombs, as we also find a reference to it in Matthew chapter 27 verses 62 to 66. Thereafter, ultimately we have kaolin or porcelain clay, famously known as China clay, which has got the maximum heat maturity of 3276 degree Fahrenheit in order to attain the end product. The clay also has to undergo the various stages or the steps. The first one is the raw stage, wherein it needs a thorough cleansing. The second one is a slippery stage, wherein we put a lot of water and try that the water level is enough for the further molding. The third one is the leather stage, wherein the clay is so fragile, flexible, so that we can mold it as we like. And the fourth stage is called the bone hard stage, wherein if the earthen vessel or the product is not according to the shape that is in our mind, we can never again fashion it. We need to break it. The valid question for us as we reflect over the imagery or the symbol clay is, what kind of clay me and you are? In what stage of the processing we are in? Are we the clay which can be easily fashioned? Are we the clay wherein we need lot of heat maturity in order to come to the finished aspect which is there in the mind of God? Are we the clay who are bone hard, who cannot be broken, fashioned again? Let us imagine, let us ask ourselves, and in the light of this imagery, may God help each one of us to reflect over our own life, the kind of clay we are and the kind of blessing we experience in life.